Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing decimals and we will be learning to multiply these numbers by 10. Now, it's very simple to do. The questions that I have given to you below, they have got the multiplier as 10. All these multipliers are your 10. Now, in this whole exercise, you will not be doing any working, all right? In fact, you will be learning to shift the decimal points. This is the only thing that is to be done here. Now, make sure, always remember, when a decimal is multiplied by 10, its decimal point moves one place to the right. Have a look at the exercise below. I have given you around 10 questions here, and I would teach you how to shift the decimal points. Now, let's have a look. Have a look at the first question here. When you saw 0.2 multiplied by 10, I only shifted my decimal point one place. So I got 2 as my answer. Or I may also write 2.0. Okay. Second question is the same. 0.5, all right, is multiplied by 10. Again, we have a decimal point here. We will shift one place onto the right side, and then this 5/10 will become a whole number 5. Moving on to the third question, same thing, 0.7 multiplied by 10, and of course you're going to shift one decimal place and you will get 7. It's all up to you to write 7 or 7.0. It is the same thing. Now, moving on to the fourth question here, 0.04 multiplied by 10. Now, this answer is a bit different from the rest of the answers that I have given here. Why so? Because after the decimal point, you have the double digits. 0 is standing in the 10th place. 4 is standing in the 100th place. You are multiplying it by 10. And of course, again, you have a single 0 here. So we will just shift the point onto the right side, only one place. So the answer is going to be 0.4. Now your 4 has become your 10th. All right. Now move on to the last question of this line. 0.06. Multiply it by 10. What will you get here? You will shift the decimal point only one place because your multiplier is a 10 and so on. We're going to do the same thing. Moving on the decimal point right hand side, and you will be coming up with the same answer, 0.6. Right? Now, let's move on to the next part of your exercise. And here we go with the second side, the second line of our work. Okay? Let me fix my camera here. And here I go. 0.09 multiply it by 10. Of course, children, you all know that our multiplier is a 10 here, having a single 0 here, and of course we are going to shift one place, and my one place is going to be this, right? So my answer will be 0.9. Moving on to the second question here. Multiply it by 10. We have 2 zeros ahead of our decimal point, but as we all know that we are shifting only one place. Our multiply is a 10 having a single 0, so we will shift one place to the right and we get 0.02. Again, shift the decimal point one place. It's multiplied by 10. So you shift one place and your answer will be 0.04. Again, now same thing. What will I do, children? Will I shift one place or two places? Yes, of course, one place. So we will shift one place again because we are multiplying it by 10, having a single zero, and so we will be getting 0.08. And the last question is going to be the same. I will shift again my decimal point towards the right, and I will be getting 0.09. Children, I ask you a question here. With all my answers, I am always shifting it only one place. Why? Because my multiplier is a 10. And when you have a single zero, you will only shift towards the right, only one place. Let's learn how to shift two places in the second exercise. Have a look at the first question. 0.3 multiplied by 100. So since we are multiplying it by 100, so two places to move. Your decimal point will shift two places. The first place is your 3, and the next number that you do not have any number with 3, so you're going to add up a 0 instead. So the answer will be 30.0. Let's do the second question. 0.5 multiply it by 100. We have just a single place here and we have to move two places. So you can add a little line next to it just to make it two places, one place and two places. So the answer is going to be 50.0, or you can also write 50. Next, move to the next question. 0.8 multiply it by 100. Again, we just have a single digit, that is only your 10th there, and we need to shift our decimal point two places. So we can add a little line next to it, one place and another place here. So this 8 will become 80, 80.0, or you may also write 80. Now we have another digit, two digits here. Now I'm sure it's going to be easier to move your decimal point two places. Your decimal point is here and we are multiplying it by 100 again. So let's move two places, 1, 2, and your decimal point shifts here. So the answer is going to be just a simple 5 there. Okay, you can also write 5.0. Next question is 0.06 multiply it by 100. Two places are already there. Shift your decimal point one place, two places. So the answer is going to be a 6 there. Okay, you may also write 6.0. Moving ahead with a few more questions now. There are 5 more questions. So let's get started again. Two places, 0.07 multiply it by 100. And so we are going to shift two places since we are multiplying it by 100. And there are two zeros here. So there are two places. Your answer is going to be a 7. It's becoming a whole number. Either write 7.0 or you may also write 7. Right now we are having a few more questions. Now here we have 3 digits after the decimal point. Okay, now be very alert that we are not going to shift all the 3 places. Since we have only 2 zeros here in 100, So we just will move 2 places, 1 place, 2 places, and your arrow comes here in the middle of 0.9. Since we are getting 3 zeros on the side, so 1 zero is enough. 0.9. Moving ahead with another question. 0.008. Multiply it by 100. Again, we're going to shift 2 places, 1 place, 2 places. So the point is coming in between the 0 and the 8. So we just can write a single 0 there, 0.8. Alright. The next question, again, we have 2 zeros, 1 and 2. The arrow is coming here, so 0.7. Last question. Again, it's multiplied by 100, so we're going to shift 2 places. Here we go, and the answer is going to be 0.4. I'm sure you are understanding the work. It's easier to shift the decimal point. You have to just see your multiplier, whether it is a 10 or 100 or 1,000. So I'm going to give you the last example on how you multiply or how you shift your decimal places if your multiplier is 1,000. Now let's move on to the last part. When a decimal is multiplied by 1,000, its decimal point moves 3 places to the right. Now you must be having an idea now that why are we moving 3 places? Because 1,000 has 3 zeros, and so we're going to shift the decimal point towards the right side. And how many places are we going to be shifting? 3 places. Now we have a very few questions here. Let's have a look at those questions here. 0.74, multiply it by 1,000. Now when you see this question, right, 0.74, we have 3 places, and over here we have just 2 digits given. So of course we're going to just be adding another 0 here. Instead we just have to put a dash here to just have an idea as to how many places are we going to be shifting. 1 place, 2 places, and then the 3rd place. So this dash I have added here is for the 3rd place. So what will you get as your answer? 740. You may also write 740.0. Clear? It's all up to you whether you write 740 or you can also write 740.0. Now the next question is the same type. You have 2 places after the decimal point, and our multiply is having 3 zeros. So we're going to shift decimal points 3 places, 1, 2 and 3. We'll add a 0 here, and the answer is going to be 30780. Okay, let's move on to the 3rd question. There are 3 places. Now it's simple, just shift 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So the answer is going to be 6,504. Let's move on to the second last question. We have 2 digits after the decimal point, and our multiplier is having 3 zeros, so 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So the answer is going to be 4,620. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, and we're going to be having a place here, and our decimal point comes here. Clear? The last question is simple again. 3 places to move, 1, 2, 3, and your answer will be 3,518. The only thing that you're going to be focused on is be very, very vigilant when you are shifting your decimal places, uh, especially when your multipliers are a 10 or 100 or 1,000 there. So I hope you've understood the chapter. You need a lot of practice so that you may have a very fair idea about the shifting of the places. And I wish you all the best. And I'll be sharing another lecture very soon. Bye for now.